Okay, so here we've got Sega Genesis Classics on the Xbox One. This is a long time coming. I've probably tried to review this more, well, probably at least 3 times now. Um, but we're going to go and try one more time here. I thought about doing a couple games, so I thought about doing a series, but I want to do one fell swoop here, so this video is going to be kind of long, but that's alright. So I started this in this virtual room here. You got a TV, the console, input options, online multiplayer, extras, like achievements and stuff, room decorations. Here's the game library, audio settings, room settings right here, time of day. We're gonna go ahead and why not? Let's do this one. Or it's auto, that's fine too, whatever. Okay, so you got full screen, save load, back, and play. Nothing on the screen, so can't play anything. That's kind of cool that it does that, though. Okay, so console settings, so you got emulator settings, so you scan lines, APX, HD4X, pixel scaling, XB1, scanline filters, TV projection, mirror mode, stretch to full screen, start full screen, disable sprite limit, pause on exit. You got border options as well. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at the games here. Alright, so we got, I'm going to go ahead and do the favorites. Okay, so you got quite a few games here. So you got Alex Kidd, Enchanted Castle, Alien Soldier, Alien Storm, Altered Beast, Beyond Oasis, Biohazard Battle, Bonanza Bros, Columns, Columns 3, Comic Zone, Crackdown, Decap Attack, Dr. Robotics, Mean Bean Machine, Dynamite Heady, E-SWAT, Fatal Labyrinth, Flicky, Gang Ground, Galaxy Force 2, Golden Axe 1, 2, and 3, Gunstar Heroes. You got Kid Chameleon, Landstalker, Light Crusader, Phantasy Star 2, Phantasy Star 3, Phantasy Star 4, Ristar, Shadow Dancer, Shining Darkness, Shining Force, Shining Force 2, Shinobi 3, Sonic 1 and 2, Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic Spinball, Space Harrier 2, Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3, Super Thunderblade, Sword of Inlane, The Revenge of Shinobi, Toe Jam and Earl, in Panic on Funkotron, and Vector Man 2, Virtua Fighter 2, Wonder Boy 3, Monster Lair, and Wonder Boy and Monster World. That's the entire list of games. So let's start with Alex Kidd. I'm not going to play all of them through in entirety, obviously, but I'm going to show you each game. So here's Alex Kidd. So you just go around gathering money. And get the goal. I was not certain I was going to survive that. I like how when he jumps, he auto attacks. Kind of nice. Extra life. And up he goes. Okay, so This is where you wage money in order to play rock, paper, scissors and win an item. And I won, so I won the cane. And if you lose, you don't get the item, and you lose the money that's been wagered. That's what the money is for. So the rice cake, you move on to the next level. And that's essentially that game. So I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this. And we'll go to the next one, Alien Soldier. Now, a lot of these games are on other compilations, but this has, I think, the most games in single compilation. I don't think there's any of them that top this. The Switch port of this game does not have... that's missing one of the Wonder Boy titles, if I'm not mistaken. But this is Alien Soldier. This never came out... I think it actually, I take that back. I think it came out in the US as a Sega Channel game. Otherwise, it never came out here. But this is a run and gun game, as you can see here. Plays an alien. Kind of reminds me of Contra in a way. This game's brutally hard. I've never made it very far in the game at all. But I like the large sprites. I think it's kind of cool. Especially nice and huge. Oh, cool. And your time, which I don't like. No, I'm not ready. But this guy I usually can't beat because I run out of time, or I die. Or I die because I run out of time. I'm not trying to do too terribly bad here. Well, unless I meant to kill him. I don't think I'm going to do it. No, I'm going to do it. Try this. See if this will get him. Okay, I'm doing alright. Why is it not? Really? I forgot that happens. Oh, never mind. No, it didn't. I was wrong. Switch weapons on me. 25 seconds. Almost dead. Now I'm not going to make this. I'm going to die. There we go. Okay, I'm dead. So I was looking to die. Alien Soldier. Let's go right through him here. Alien Storm is next. Oh, cool. I got an achievement. Alien Soldier. Alright, so this is a rather, well, I'm not gonna say it's a terrible game, but it's a beat 'em up slash, well, it's a beat 'em up, where you go against aliens. I mean, it reminds me of like a not so great Streets of Rage ripoff. The cool thing I like about this game is that it does break up the gameplay. Once you go through this level here, the next level is like a first-person on rails shooter, which is kind of nice, kind of like Area 51 type game. And then the next level after that's like an auto runner shmup. So I mean, it breaks up the the gameplay rather nicely. But I mean, other than the different game genres it dabbles in, it's not a good game. Not to play for any length of time anyway. And I'll show you this to you actually here because oh, never mind, maybe I won't. Come on. There we go. Okay. Say it's gonna the armor shooter here portion. I said it breaks up in levels. I think that's what I meant to say is that each section is a different type of gameplay, which is nice. Chicken. Okay, enough of that. Let's move on. Altered Beast. So this is your run-of-the-mill brawler. I think it's only 7 levels long, if I'm not mistaken. It was on the arcades. I believe this was at one time a packing title for the Genesis in the US. In fact, I think this was the packing game, if I'm not mistaken. But you play as this guy, and you just kill zombies and monsters and things. And then you get a power-up orb from these blue 2-headed dogs. You get 3 of them, and you become a creature. In the first stage here, you become a werewolf. And that's the boss. If you don't get the third orb by the time the boss shows up, the boss leaves and then gives you time to get it, and then he comes back and then you fight him. And the level ends. And each creature has 2 different attacks. So the werewolf has the punches and then the dash attack. I used to be really good at this game, not so much anymore. I used to be so good that I could just sit here in one spot and just keep hammering away at him, and the attack wouldn't even touch me, which is kind of cool. The heads would die. It's kind of nice. Not nearly that good anymore. We're going to fast forward this part, though. This also does have the fast forward and rewind feature as well, which are, in this case, are the LNR triggers. Those things are going to jump on your head. And this one here, this level here, this level's creature is a dragon, which I really kind of like. But I'm not going to keep playing. I could probably keep playing that for quite a few hours. Beyond Oasis. This was the Genesis answer to Legend of Zelda. Also known as the Story of Thor, I believe is the name for it. It is a action-adventure RPG. I like the art style in this game. I love the cartoony look of the game. It does play kind of slow though, which I don't like. But I mean, other than that, it's pretty fun. I don't like how there's no map. Lack of a map kind of bothers me. So you really don't know where you're going. You just kind of blindly go on the map. I like the music too, though. Okay, I'm done with that. Next. Biohazard Battle. This is a shmup. We're going to just play this one here. It's kind of different because you got you're shooting animals and bugs and things, which is kind of different. Different orbs give you different weapons, either for yourself or your little helper guy there. Slow down. Okay, a lot. Oops, slow down. Not a bad game. Oh, okay. Next game. I just try to fly through them here to show each game of the compilation. Here's Bonanza Bros. It's kind of a cool little game. You go through each level, and you got to steal the stuff and avoid the guards. And a map that tells you. Read some more. Oh yeah, I forgot about this guy. It hit him with the door. Oh. I'm just gonna run. Just run for it. Oh. Come on. You're just gonna... Oh. Okay. Oh. So yeah, that's a nice little game to play. It's kind of fun. So Columns, this is the Genesis answer to Tetris. And this game is not all that fun. Definitely not as fun as Tetris, that's for sure. It's not bad, but it's not fun either. But you just match the gem colors, and 3 in a row, and you get points. You use the button to change the rotation of the gems to match colors better, to get more points, and that's essentially the game. There's really not much more to it than that. It's pretty straightforward. And that's enough of that. Columns 3. Second verse, same as the first. Have the same game. I mean, it does kind of, as you can see here, just kind of break it up a little bit here. You do versus mode or single player. And you do different difficulties, but on that, it's pretty much the same game. It might look a little nicer, but still the same game. And that's enough. Comic Zone. This is a great beat 'em up game. So you play a guy that goes through a comic book, crap out of guys. And you can choose what path you want to go. You want to choose what path you want to go through the comic, which is kind of cool. So go this way. Oh. And you get different items that'll help you as well. This way here. I always did enjoy this game. Never got very far, but it's always been enjoyable to play. Okay, that's enough of that. Crackdown. Seems kind of interesting. So you essentially have to be the one to plant the bombs. Without getting caught. Well, it's a little bit different. I always take it as like you're the wrong button. Like you're the enemy. Maybe not though. Maybe it's just you're going against an army. I'm not entirely sure, but I just looked at. Whenever I played this game, I always thought that I was the enemy in this game. Okay, so one bomb planted. Oh. Okay. Keep dying. There we go. First act done. Okay, I'm done with this game. Decap Attack. This is a great action platformer. I used to have cartridge of this back in the day. Starting Chuck D. Head. So you play as a undead guy. He's got a face in the middle of his body. Oh. Now you can either jump on the enemies to kill them, or you can hit them with your chest. And you can get There are items and things to help you along the way too. Find my... Nope. There's you can float. I forgot about that. You can tap the C button to float. But you can get... Oh, there it is. You get your head. And you can throw your head. That's a projectile. But you gotta be careful though, because you can't lose it. Pun intended. But you can lose it in level if you don't pick it up. Oh. I just lost my head. There we go. You can also buy items and stuff from the crazy doctor guy and Igor. That'll be along the way, but I'm going to go ahead and just move on here. Okay, so Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine is similar to Columns. I think it's actually one of the Puyo Puyo games, if I'm not mistaken. It is, yeah. It's a Puyo Puyo game. It was renamed and rebranded when it came to the US. I think the UK as well. I'm not entirely sure why. I remember the history behind it, but yeah, it's a Puyo Puyo game similar to Columns. I like it a lot better than Columns. It's just a lot more fun. A lot more colorful. But as you can see, similar gameplay to Columns. And that's enough of that. Okay, Dynamite Heady. Game by Treasure. I like how colorful this game is. As you're running from robots here. Oh, one robot, I guess. Can't save this guys from this robot. Come on. Oh. But this is another action platformer. I love how colorful the game is, how bright it is. Not that great of the game, but it's still a lot of fun to play. Okay. eSWAT. This is a game I actually beaten back in the day. It's a lot of fun. So he plays a cop, and eventually, at the second level, I think it is, you end up getting that, no, third level, you end up getting that suit, and he had various weapons. Kind of like, it reminds me of like a cross between Contra and Gradius, in the sense that it's a run-and-gun shooter, but you can swap weapons once you get the suit. You pick up the weapons and you can swap between them. And all you have is shot. And I believe this game actually also came out in arcades. I was waiting for that to happen. Oh, I died. Okay, that's that. Fatal Labyrinth. It's pretty interesting. It's a turn-based. Oops. It kind of reminds me of like a cross. It's a cross between a turn-based RPG and an action adventure RPG, I guess. Since you have free movement, but every move that you do costs you a turn. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can equip this axe here. There we go. There we go. Better weapon right there. This is kind of a cool game. I probably sunk a couple hours in the game here. More than a couple times. Really fun game to play. I feel like turn-based RPG is definitely worth checking out. Got him. Pick up a short bow. Cool. So yeah, turn-based RPG with more of an action-y type element when it comes to exploring. Again, I could probably sink a lot of time into it, but I'm not going to. Alright, Flicky, a great arcade game. This game reminds me of a game on the NES called City Connection. Okay, not so much. I did the back. So this game, you okay, yeah, guess I'm gonna say yeah, City Connection. So in this game, you have to get the little baby chicks to the exit and avoid the cats, and not do that. Oh, cool. Did it. So it reminds me of City Connection, because in City Connection, you have to go around and paint the entire road white while avoiding cats and cops. Well, in this one, you have to gather all the chicks, avoiding the cats, and get through the exit. That was cool. I keep... Whoa. Hey. I know this is gonna happen. Alright, moving on. Game Ground. This game's been talked about by quite a few people. Gameplay is very, very slow. But it's a fun game. Wow, that's terrible. Alright, but you pick what character you want to play as. I tend to like him quite a bit. So, the point of the game is you have to clear the level of all of the enemies. If you die, you can rescue the enemy, or you can rescue the character. Oh, I'll show you right now. Notice how the game's very slow paced here. Oh, cool. Got him. Anyway, if you rescue them and get to the, I believe it's the second, the next area, you can use them again. But yeah, this game's very slow. Alright, but it's a fun game. Alright, moving on. Next game here, Galaxy Force 2. Interesting game. Kind of reminds me of Star Fox in a way. Interesting 3D, or maybe a pseudo 3D game. Kind of impressive for the Genesis, honestly speaking. But nope. Okay, I might sound not very good at this game, but it can be fun. All right, moving on. Golden Axe. Okay, this is a game that I beat back in the day, the original Genesis. This was in the arcades. You can play as one of 3 different characters here. This one uses earth magic, this one uses thunder, and this one uses fire. I prefer the Amazon because she has the most magic out of all 3 of the characters. And this is hack and slash medieval style game. Complete with dinosaurs, which is kind of cool. Dinosaur skeletons. This is one in 4 games in the series. They've got this one, second one, third one, and then you have the arcade game, which is it's Revenge of Death Eater, and that one will came out in the arcades. More magic you get, the more powerful they attack. Now, if you use the magic, I'm gonna just do it now. You do also attack the dinosaurs as well. And if the dinosaurs are attacked too much, and or you get knocked off, I believe it's 3 times. Yeah, it's 3 times. the dinosaur will run away. So yeah, pretty average run-of-the-mill hack and slash, but definitely a really good game nonetheless. Here's the, let's see, it just ran away. Okay. Alright, that was the first boss. Go back to more the same in this one here. I think, well, graphically obviously it looks better, but it's the same 3 characters. The difference in this game is you can actually choose how much magic you use, which is kind of cool. And the sprites are bigger, I like that as well. I like the music better in this one too. This is one I have not beat yet. This uses spell books instead of potions. But as if you hold down the A button, you can choose how much magic to use. And again, the more magic you use, the more powerful the attack. And the attack changes. Okay, moving on. Golden Axe 3. Now this game was another game that was a Sega Channel exclusive in the US. It did come out in the UK, however, an actual cartridge. This one you can play as 4 different characters. The God of the Thunder guy is more of a mentor this time around. And the sprites look even bigger, as if that's even possible. But yeah, they are bigger. Yeah, they're definitely bigger. This one. This game reminds me more of the arcade game, the Revenge of Death Eater. It's how big the sprites are. In that game, the sprites are even bigger. Now, in this one, you can't choose how much magic to use. It just does it based on the amount you have. Just too bad. But again, more of the same. Hack and slash. Okay, Gunstar Heroes. The treasure game, a run and gun, great game. If you don't know this game, you've been living under a rock. As far as I'm concerned. Yeah, everybody knows this game. Great game. Just an awesome game all around. Plays kind of like Contra. Just a run and gun. Graphics are great. Colorful. Huge sprites. Awesome game. Oh. Lots of stuff going on the screen all the time. Great game. Okay, that's enough of that. Alright, next game we're going to look at is Chameleon. action platformer game here. Oh, I dived off the bat. That was cool. In this game, you can get power-ups. So you play as a kid in like this virtual world. That's what I get from the story anyway. I guess you can say this is like the Sega Genesis is Mario, I guess you could say. More like Mario than Sonic, anyway. In the sense you get different power-ups and it's an action platformer. Okay, moving on. Landstalker. You know, I forgot I could fast forward through this stuff here. I'm gonna fast forward through this. It's another Zelda type action adventure RPG. It's huge sprites. It kind of reminds me of Alundra a little bit. In the way that it looks and it plays. Okay. Why is it not? Oh. Pfft. It's been a while since I played this game. But, yeah, typical action adventure RPG / platformer. That sounds kind of funny, the game called the Gold instead of Gold. Controls are not that great in this game. Even using the joystick does not translate well. Analog stick, I mean. Okay, next game here. Light Crusader. My treasure. This is also a action RPG. This one has a unique art style that I actually like. Okay, let's just move on here. Hey, you know what? No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go with Advanced Stars. I'm gonna skip those. Those are RPGs, turn-based RPGs. Something like Final Fantasy, but they're Advanced Star. Ristar. Let's take a look at that one. Actually, this cartridge back in the day as well. You play as a star, and you jump and grab things in order to attack them. Colorful, big sprites, lots of fun. Oh. You gotta picking this up and find this the cartridge in the wild. You have Genesis, Mega Drive, it's definitely worth playing for sure. Okay. Shadow Dancer. Great arcade game. Where he plays a ninja. I had the wrong button. I was rewind it. Alright, so in this game you have to rescue the children, or the hostages, whatever they'll call them, in each level. And then there are bosses at the end. And now the cool thing about this is that you've got that dog that you can actually use to attack enemies. In some cases, like here, you have to use it. So if you go ahead and hold down the B button, in this case A button, you'll have the dog attack the enemy. Now, thing to keep in mind, so you have to attack, oh, the next level. You do have enemies that'll pop out like that, so be careful. Later levels, there's ninjas that'll do the same thing. Now, if you leave him to just do that, he ends up getting kicked and then turning into a little puppy, and then becomes completely useless. Until you get, I think it's the girl hostage. Oh! And then it goes back to being a regular dog. This is the first boss. Oh. Trying to get through the... There we go. Oh, I keep dying. Alright, so every each end boss, there's a bonus, and you have to kill all of the ninjas. The more, if you kill all the ninjas, you get up to 3 lives. So I'll skip through here though. I think there's 7 stages in this game altogether. This guy's taking multiple hits. Oh, I just died. Alright, that's fine. Next game. Shining in the Darkness. So, I'm going to skip these as well. These are turn-based, traditional RPGs. The battles take place in a grid-based format. It's kind of cool. This game is actually a first-person dungeon crawler, which is a little different. But these two here are the turn-based RPGs. Should be 3. Return of the Ninja Master. We're going to check that out. I like the big sprites in this game. This game plays a lot like Shadow Dancer. Oh, it's a bomb. Those will kill you. Watch out for those. And if they do get exposed and they're near a power-up, they will destroy the power-up as well. So it's something to keep in mind. So there's a power-up next to a bomb, and the bomb's going to go off. You're going to want to get that power-up before the bomb goes off. Okay, next game. Alright, Sonic 1, 2... 3 blasted spinball. I'm going to go through these very, very quickly. Okay, so this is Sonic. For those that are on the Genesis, I would hope that you know what this is. Great platformer. Sonic was always known for going really fast. Okay, that's enough of that. I was going to go through the boss, but I'm not going to. Here's Sonic 2. I prefer to play this game as Sonic only. To do that, go to Options, Sonic alone, hit Start, and you play as Sonic by himself. Otherwise, you're going to be playing with Tails. I just don't like playing with Tails. I think he just gets in the way. I mean, you can play with just Tails as well, but I prefer Sonic. I'm not going this very fast. The fastest I've gotten through this stage is, I think, 32 seconds. It's my fastest time. There we go. Okay, next game. Sonic 3D Blast. Okay. This game's a bit different. I don't care for this game all that much. It's an isometric 3D Sonic game. I just do not like it at all. But yeah, this is Sonic 3D Blast. Some people love it. I just don't care for it. I just don't know. It's something that I just don't like. In fact, moving on. Sonic Spinball. This game is Sonic Pinball, essentially. It's playing words. This game plays very, very slow. And it's not an issue with the Xbox or the Switch or whatever you tend to play it on. This does slow down no matter what console you're playing it on, whether that be the original Genesis or anything you're emulating it on. The game just is slow, horribly slow. But essentially, the point of the game is to get all of the Chaos Emeralds, and then defeat the boss at the end of each stage. Each stage is 3 levels, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I'm already done. That is Sonic Spinball. Alright, Space Harrier 2. Alright, so Space Harrier 2, this is as you can see, a shooter. A pseudo 3D shooter, as you can call it. Game I haven't spent a whole lot of time with, but it's not a bad game. And moving right along after I crashed into a tree. Alright, Streets of Rage. These are in the same vein as Golden Axe, but an urban setting. I'm going to play as Adam, Axel, or Blaze. I'll also play as Axel here. So typical beat 'em up. You have the B button to punch. You have the C button to jump, and then you've got the A button to call in the police for a special attack. The game has 8 stages. It's not too terribly long. And if you're playing co-op, you can do attacks on each other, which is kind of cool. And you can get food to get health, so I just did there. You can also get other weapons like pipes and bottles and other items. Oh. Alright, so let's look at that. And we'll do Streets of Rage 2 next. Each game, the environments vary. The characters you can be vary as well. I think in this one, it's still the okay. It's they got rid of Adam and gave you Skate and Max. I'm still gonna play as Axel. But just like in Golden Axe, you know, the sprites got bigger. Much bigger compared to the first one. The game's a lot more colorful, I think, as well than the first one. The cops in this one are gone in favor of a special attack that uses up your health. It's kind of similar in the same vein as like Final Fight, which I don't really care for. But the game's still a lot of fun. I think Brawl Brothers did the same thing. But it's a great beat 'em up. Okay, we're gonna just move right on here to Streets of Rage 3. Okay, this one you can play as still Axel and Blaze, and then Skate and then Zan. Plays Axel again here. Again, big sprites, colorful game. I really like that about this game. Some of the sound effects are kind of weird, but other than that, it's a good game. And again, you have the special attacks use of your health instead of calling in police. I still don't care for, but still great beat 'em up to play either by yourself or with a friend. Okay, next game, Super Thunder Blade. So this is kind of like kind of the same vein as Space Harrier, but you play as a helicopter, taking down tanks or other helicopters. Great arcade game. The game I have never beat. Although one of these days I plan to. Wow, okay. Let's look at Super Thunder Blade. Great arcade game. Alright, Serve a Million, another RPG. I'm not going to go through any of the other RPGs, I don't think, because it's just all the same stuff. Actually, no, I will show you Sword of a Million. It's my favorite RPGs on the Genesis. One I have fond memories of my father playing every night until I think he beat it. They were the only games I actually ever got into. Very long intro here. Glad I was able to fast forward it. Alright, so essentially you have to go and find some relic or something for your father. That's the way the game starts out. If I remember where to go. I think it's up here. Oh, it's right there. Yes, I'm fast forwarding it quite a bit. Okay, I have to go find a ring. That's what it is. Okay, go out here and I'm just gonna kind of just leave to show you guys how the battles work. This is your world map. It's kind of weird, kind of dungeon crawler-esque. And then the oh, I don't have any weapons. But the as you can see, the actual battle is action RPG. So that was fun. All right, revenge. Alright, go. Revenge of Shinobi. Gameplay is similar to the other two Shinobi games in this compilation. Oops. The special. Plays more like section of a game that I showed. Okay, that's enough of that. Alright, Toe Jam and Earl. Oops. Oh well. Alright, this game you're looking for parts and give aliens presents. That's really the game, and that's the second game as well. I'm not going to play the second game. I'm going to skip right along here. Vector Man. Great shooter. Plays similar to Gunstar Heroes. Now it's fast-paced, obviously, but still a great game. Alright, it's enough of that. Vector Man 2. For second verse, I missed first. But I think this game did a lot of good things here. For instance, it starts you out kind of like a shmup level here, and you eventually land. Let's land here. Alright, so here's the scene 2 here. I like the lighting effects in this level. Really great. And again, just like in the other games that had sequels, the sprites just seem to get larger. I swear that's like a prerequisite for it to be a sequel. It just have to be bigger sprites. Alright, Virtua Fighter 2. This is a fighting game. A very slow fighting game. Now, this game actually was a 3D fighter. This one's actually just 2D. and it's just a very slow game. I mean, it's good that the fighter's on here, but I really wish I would have liked to have seen like a Street Fighter or, you know, something else other than Virtua Fighter 2, just because this game is just not a good, not a good fighter. All right, and moving on here to the last two games here. This is Wonder Boy 3. This is a auto-scrolling shooter. Where your life depletes over time unless you're defeating enemies and getting fruit. It's not a game. Okay, last game here. Wonder Boy in Monster World. So this is the original game that the Monster Boy game, the new one that came out, was based off of. Look how big the sprites are in this game. How colorful it is. Alright, so I'm at the end of the review here, guys. This has been a look at nearly every game in the compilation. Nearly 53 games. I know it's been rather long, but I wanted to get through as many of these as I could to show you these games in this compilation. I do want to thank Sega's PR firm for providing the review code for this game as long ago as they did. I'm sorry it took this long to get this out, but I'm glad I was able to do it. It's a great compilation on any platform you're going to get this on, whether it be Switch, PS4, Xbox One, or Steam. Definitely a great compilation. You're not going to get the Monster Boy games on the Switch, but you get every other game. So keep that in mind if you do get it for the Switch. Alright, I'm going to end the video here, guys. Again, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and as always, until next time, take care and happy gaming.